Welcome to Intoxication Station. I'm Raymond, and today gonna do something a little unorthodox for the channel and review a grocery store that's also a tire center, a pharmacy. Well, it's Costco. Today we're gonna be reviewing Costco, specifically the one in Clermont, which is nearby where I'm at, and dare I say, possibly one of the most expensive food reviews I've done. I'll get to that in a second. So, what's Costco? If you've been living under a rock for a minute, Costco is a Whole Foods distributor warehouse style of store. With the membership, you get added benefits compared to shopping traditionally. For example, part of the reason why I went with Costco is, well, I'm an Uber driver, and one of the more expensive reoccurring purchases that I can make is buying tires. So, this is my second round of tires I've gotten from Costco, and they've been everything true to word. They have a warranty that comes along with all tire purchases, and their service can be pretty good, but depending on the time of year, how busy they are, it can be a little lack. Just say it's mainly my fault, more so than anything. One of the biggest things that Costco is known for is their great prices on just massively bulk item stuff. They're infamous hot dogs. Being that Costco is a whole, I keep wanting to say Whole Foods, but there's so much more than that because there's any and everything that you could think of buying in bulk, you can get there. And not only do they have a name brand, but they also have their own Kirkland brand that goes along with just about everything that they have in the store, with the exception of the tires. I'll get to that in a minute. But with the Costco hot dogs that are so infamously priced at $1.50, which includes a drink and condiments that go along with it, the CEO, James Singal, I think I'm pronouncing that right, when the board came to him in the 1990s stating that they had to raise the price of the hot dog to be able to keep up with current manufacturing demands for it. And he stated, and I quote, "You're not touching the fucking hot dogs." In doing so, Costco has been diligently pricing themselves within the competitive market of hot dogs. And well, every time I go up there, I always got to grab one, more out of principle than anything, just to give my little thanks to them. Going back to the whole tire thing, Costco tires aren't just Costco tires; they're all name brand tires that they have up there, all trustable, reliable, dependable manufacturers that you may be aware of and know of throughout the years if you own a vehicle. What I ended up going with this time around from the BF Goodrich tires that I had gotten for my first set of tires, I went with Bridgestones this time around. The Bridgestones I went with are a 70,000 mile rated tire, which, considering all the driving that I do on an annual basis, the higher that guaranteed number is, the better off I am and being able to drive more confidently on the road. Now, while waiting on the tires, I did check out some of the display furniture that they have, which is worth doing compared to sitting in the food court area. Because, I mean, let's face it, if you can sit in memory foam lawn furniture inside underneath a gigantic fan in the air conditioning versus sitting on a hard plastic bench, it's a no-brainer in my opinion. With the times I've been up there, yeah, I'll get to this now. Being that tires are so goddamn expensive, I had to space it out. I had to break the tires up over the course of 2 weeks. 2 on 1 week, 2 the next week. Just because close to $1,350 in tires, well, $1,350 is pretty hard to come by, and if I could split that up, I mean, any and everybody does that. Baller status if you're able to buy tires all at once. That's adulting at its finest. But that allowed me to go back to the food court twice, where each time I went, I always got a hot dog and something that I haven't had in a while. When I went for the first set of tires, I got the hot dog and the all infamous chicken bake. The chicken bake, amazing piece of food quality. It's kind of like a beef Wellington, but with chicken, or just shredded chicken with cheese and a whole bunch of stuff crammed into a hot pocket, if you will. Delectable. Hotter than absolute hell. Burnt my mouth in the process. Absolutely worth it, though. Second time around, once again, got me a hot dog and got me a slice of pepperoni pizza, which, considering the prices of everything else, for under $7 for the second time around, and I believe under $8 the first time in there, you could easily feed a family off of that. And priced out with the metric, the more people that you have, the more that you're saving. Everybody gets a hot dog at $1.50 a pop. I mean, you can't beat it. But that leads into possibly the most expensive food review I've done thus far, because although I paid a whopping less than $13.50, I think total. I have pictures of the receipts flying through here. Being that I paid less than $13.50 for the food, I still had to pay over $1,300 for the tires. So being that how taxes work, I'm lumping them all together. So for let's just say $1,370, you also can get 2 hot dogs, a chicken bake, a slice of pizza, and 4 new tires in the process. But all jokes aside, Costco is a really amazing place. Between their fresh produce that they have up there, their legendary meat department, all the dry goods they have, the electronics, they even have their own beer, which I did forget to get a 12-pack of that to check out for review purposes. Years past, the Kirkland brand ale that they had up there wasn't really known for its flavor, quality. In fact, I've been told that it's been pretty terrible, but Costco listens to the people. And if the people want better beer, they're going to present you with better beer. So next time I find myself up there, I am going to grab me a 12-pack, which is reasonably priced. For 12 cans of beer, $13.99, and pretty solid deal if you ask me. Hopefully, it's of decent quality. Only time will tell once I get a 12-pack of that in for a review. I mean, with that, if you haven't been to Costco, definitely worth checking out, seeing what they're all about. They have just about any and everything that you could think of under the sun. Just great chance to go walking around, pick a cart, cruising up and down the aisles, seeing what you want, seeing what you need, seeing that you didn't know that you want, but you could really ask for it. It's all dependent on how you feel that particular day. This isn't a paid sponsorship by Costco. I wish it was, but I'm a firm believer enough to be a going on third-year member with them. Depending on the prices of gas, are typically anywhere between as low as 15 cents upwards to 40 cents cheaper than any of the surrounding gas stations that are near me, and are super convenient for the amount of driving that I do. Once again, tires are going to be the biggest annual cost that I have for my vehicle, with my largest expense throughout day-by-day operations is going to be fuel. So that 15 to 40 cents makes a huge difference at the bottom line at the end of the year. Cool thing too, depending on your membership status with Costco, with their executive membership, they send you a check at the end of the year for the total that you saved by going with Costco versus if you were to go anywhere else, which is pretty helpful because, I mean, having that surprise X amount of dollar a check at the end of the year, definitely it's something. It's better than nothing. I can promise you that much. Costco, you're a great place. I just wish you guys weren't as busy as you are, but I understand why you are too. A lot of small businesses operate out of Costco's rather than going through big food warehouse manufacturers like Cisco or any of those big companies, just because they can't justify having the recurring costs for that. And if you're operating like a hot dog cart, a concession stand elsewhere, wherever the case may be, that is a legitimate option for a lot of these smaller businesses rather than having dedicated contracts with companies like Coca-Cola, PepsiCo, or any of those companies, just because, well, I mean, you got to go for what's more cost effective out there. Definitely worth checking out. I'll have the address of the specific location that I go to, but Costco has an app. They have a full-blown website. If you have a chance to go to check one out, they will allow you to go in there to see what it's all about, but you can't purchase anything. You have to go up to the membership counter to purchase a membership. Personally, I would go with an executive membership. It does cost a little bit more for annual membership fee, but depending on how often you use it, you definitely see that savings throughout the time of that membership cost, just like with Amazon or any other place that has a membership that's associated with it. That's all I got for you today. My name's Raymond with Intoxication Station, and we'll catch you on the next one.